Yep, that's my ceiling over the bedroom. So, here's what I'm doing to get by. I'm counting pennies. I don't know, you can't see me, but here. Pennies, I'm counting pennies. Because Peggy there can't eat cat food. She has to eat meat. Her teeth are bad, and she doesn't handle the grain in cat food so well. So, I feed her meat. Because she's a carnivore. Because cats are carnivores. Right now, I'm broke. Logan, get down. Get down. You know better than that. Thank you. So, want to watch me count some pennies? There we go. Count pennies. This could go a while. I know I got one roll. Where'd I put that damn thing? Where'd I put it? I did one roll. And now I've lost the roll? How the hell? There it is. Got roll of pennies. I don't know. You want to sit and watch me count pennies for 10 minutes or whatever? So, I know I put out a bunch of videos at first, but I know I'm going to lose count. 5, 10. There we go. And then Baby's over here. There's Baby. She's supervising and moving the stragglers out of the way. Trying to catch anybody to escape, like this one with a hole in it. What kind of a dip punches a hole in money? Anyway, it's harder to count and talk at the same time, but I'm doing the best I can because I want to keep anybody who pays attention involved. And that's feeling great. Okay. And then Logan's going to come up and check things out because I'm talking. Baby wants to play with the penny wrappers. Peggy's down there saying, just shut up and feed me. Here comes Logan. He wants to see what's going on now. They just want to be involved. So there's a dime. Help me keep count, would you? There's 1. 2. Baby's such a goofball. She's a sweetheart, though. I'm at 2, right? Yeah, I'm at 2. And then Logan, he just wants to be involved. Because he's at that age. He's 1. Oh, nope, don't want to do that. Don't want to put a wheat back in there. Trying to catch them, but it's hard to count pennies. Sort out the wheat backs and fend off the cats all at once. That's still a dime, right? No, that's 20 cents, I think. Yep. I was at 2, right? Yeah, I was at 2. We'll go with 2. Three. I'm a lot faster than this one. I don't have to narrate. Logan, that is my foot. Or, baby, you can't play with those. I need them. Shit. Here, it's down there. Go chase it down there. Stop attacking my foot. Still my toe, twat boy. That's 5. Oh, Logan, could you get down, please? Could you please get down? Go. Oh, so let me see what else. Oh, I haven't had running. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I put this in one of the other videos or not. I haven't had running water since January. I have a well. And in January, when it was like negative too damn much, the well froze. It's an old well. It probably needed, You know, the pump froze. And, yeah, the pump froze. That's happened once in a while. Or the well pump froze. Yeah, the pump died. Sorry, lots going on in my brain. I just woke up. Trying to make something so they all know I'm not just blowing out videos and begging for money for nothing. Anyway, the well pump froze. So, you know, I waited for it to thaw. I flipped it back on, and zip, it went off again. The motor went out. It's all shorted out. There's this big electrical, and the breaker just trips again. I can't afford to replace it, obviously, because they're not going to take pennies, at least not this few. Peggy, I know you're hungry, sweetheart. But I'm busy putting the money together to try to feed your little chunky butt. She's not fat, she's pregnant. She's an outside cat. She's feral. But she adopted me when I showed up here. Or insisted I adopt her. I don't know how I should put it. Don't worry, I'm going to be on here for the whole thing. Get a sip of water. Yeah. Baby decides she wants to play with the pennies. Hi, baby. Hi. I know, Peggy. Don't look at me like that. I'm busy trying to count the money. Come on, you gotta go. This is gonna take me a while, sweetheart. I'm gonna close this so I can do this uninterrupted. Watch out. I feel bad. But if I don't do it, it'll take forever. So, what else am I gonna say? I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I hope I'm not doing this for nothing. Okay, so where am I going with this? Okay, so, yeah. There's that. So what was that? Just counting pennies and talking about the house. Let me see. Yeah, so I haven't had running water. But, let me see. The house has oh, look at my toes. House has a septic tank of sorts. Of course, it was built in the 40s, so the septic tank is pretty much a hole in the ground. And the plumbing out to it isn't that great. I haven't had working indoor... Well, no, not exactly. See, it's weird, because the septic tank only goes to the bathroom. The bathroom is for the septic tank. They call it gray water, you know, like from the sink when you do dishes and stuff. That goes to a ditch outside. There's you know, we've got regular piping, but it goes to a ditch outside. So the dishwater and stuff goes to that, and then the nasty water, the black water, it goes to this little septic tank, and I've had it pumped 3 times. 3 times in a year I had it pumped. My uncle helped once, but the plumbing out to that damn thing, every time you have a bowel movement, everything gets clogged up because they just did a terrible job with the plumbing. So I haven't been able to use the toilet or take a shower in this house in a year and a half, almost 2. I drive to a pilot station a couple of miles away. It cost me $17 to take a shower. I haven't taken one of those since March. That was the last time I could afford it. I mean, I've had money to buy food and stuff, but if I take a shower, then that's something I can't use to feed myself or my cats. So, sit here with me and, I don't know, count some pennies while I think about what I'm going to think about how I'm going to have to upload all this while I'm babbling. My phone's not going to be happy with me. But I'll upload it, then I'll delete it. Well, I'm rambling. You know what? I should, do you want me to count this all in front of you? Do you want to see me count it all? I mean, I'm still going to sit here and count it because I got to go and buy my cat's food, so you might as well hang around, right? One, that's 10, right? Like I said, I literally just woke up like 20, 30 minutes ago. 5, 10, that's 1, okay. 1.5, 2, 2.5. Oh, can't do the wheats. Gotta keep the wheat pennies out. Because each one of those is not worth a ton, but they're worth more than a penny. All the copper ones are too. Now I gotta start all over again because I lost count. Oh, let's try one more time. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should count out 50 cents, then babble. Then count out 50 cents, then babble. Then count out 50 cents, then babble. I really wanted to go through all of these. See if there was anything worth $1 million, because I got a lot of pennies, but I've been kind of, I don't know, locked down. I don't know if it's an ADHD thing. I don't know if it's depression because of what's going on with my mom. My whole life's just falling apart, and I just shut down. I just don't know what to do anymore, you know? There's so much. All right, let's count them out again. There's 1. I don't know. My brain's not awake. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. He can't even count pennies. Oh, shut up. Like I said, my brain's not awake. Or my brain wants to wake up and my body doesn't want to participate. I don't know how to say it. 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just count them out, stack them. If I find any weeds while I'm doing them, I'll replace them. I did this was it yesterday? No, I did it Saturday. I went to a store. Yeah, I know they have change counters. They charge you like 11% now, almost 12, I think. And, you know, in a desperate situation, I'll do it. So I drove a bunch of these to the store yesterday, or Saturday, excuse me. And their machine was broken down. So they have a bank in the place called Wood Forest. That's where I bank. And so I stood there and counted pennies out till I got about $5 so I could feed my cat. It was awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just put them in little piles here. Separated so they don't combine. The faster I make the piles, the faster I go get food for my cats. Or for my one cat. Maybe even a little something for me. I don't have much food left. I ate rice yesterday. I ate rice with some cheese on it. I've got some beans, but they'll take a while to cook. I have to clean out the crock pot. Oh yeah, water. Because I don't have any running water, I drive to the store, pay like 39 cents a gallon to fill it up. I take a whole bunch of gallon bottles with me. I fill those up. So I got to get some of those today too. So I got to count some more pennies. I'm running out of pennies here. Someone did donate, but it'll take a few days for that to get to my bank account. And then I'll be able to buy food. It'll be great. So let me see what else. Oh, gee, why don't you go out and get a job? I had a job. I know I said this in another video. I worked at FedEx. It was hard work. It's like about 4 to 6 hours of high impact, heavy aerobics with extremely heavy objects. Lawnmowers, trampolines. People in Indiana buy a lot of trampolines. I don't know what their thing is. Lawnmowers, trampolines, just pretty much everything. Weight sets, stuff that ships. And I would work from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. When I started, I was loading vans. I wasn't on this. I was loading vans, and I told them I needed to be able to sit, because I was, I didn't need this all the time, but I still needed to be able to sit once in a while to catch my breath. So first day I was loading a van, picked up a box, and yes, I'm good with lifting. I know, lift with your legs, not your back. Picked up a box to put it in the truck. The weight shifted, threw me off. Boom! Oh, my back. Okay. So I'm out of work for a few days. I come back, and then they have this thing where a belt comes at you, and you have to sort the stuff. Some on the trucks on this side and some on the trucks on this side. You have to sort it, and I sorted for a while. I did that for a few months, but then this one girl got mad at me because I used to sit down between sorts. She didn't like that too much, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I started. I'm babbling. I did that for a while. I got sick. Indiana winter. It's not pretty. I got sick. I ended up in the hospital. I came out. I had to be on oxygen. So I went back to work. Long story short, I did a lot of things. I moved from loading vans to sorting stuff out on the belt, and then I wanted to do something else. I worked with small packages, which were, small packages. Only they put them in these giant chutes. They're like they look like giant French fry scoops, and you got to sort them all out. So I spent all day doing that, and then I went and learned some more, and I got to where they unload the trucks. I would move stuff from this conveyor line to the belt that moved them to the trucks that we loaded up to deliver. I did that for a while. Anyway, so there's all of that. And I would do that from like 4 in the morning to 8 in the morning. I went to full-time for a little while, and their full-time is really weird. It's like you work a 4-hour shift, then there's an hour break in the middle. You can eat or something, and then you work another 4-hour shift. So you'd be there for like 9 hours, and no, there aren't breaks. I mean, there are. Legally, there are breaks, but there aren't breaks. There isn't a lunch. They keep everybody at 4 hours. And if you go over, well, you just worked over. You just work over. They don't just throw in a break, So, yeah, I got up to making like $19 an hour, but when you're making $19 an hour, but 15 hours a week, you can't really do anything. And when you're working weird hours, it's hard to work really, really hard. I mean, because with cystic fibrosis, it's hard to do everything anyway. But you work really, really hard, and then you got to come home and sleep. And And then you got to go out and look for work. Well, I can't go out and look for work if I'm taking care of my mom. But then my mom died, and I can't go out and look for work while I'm trying to clean the house. It's just a mess. And I'm trying to explain everything, and I'm trying to give you all the details I can. But there's just so much. I mean, there's just so much. So I'm shut down. My brain is just shut down. I'm trying to survive, trying to figure a way out of this. I am not a lazy man. I am not, okay? A lot of people with my illness, they never work. Not because they don't want to, but because they can't. I pushed myself. I pushed because I wanted to be part of things, you know? And I didn't used to be like this. And I'm not a quitter. I'm not. I quit the job because I needed to look. I feel terrible. Do you get it? I feel terrible. I feel terrible asking for money. I feel terrible needing for money. I don't know what to do. And I know the original video on this platform that you saw is me really being desperate, but I don't know what to do anymore. And I don't want to sound crazy, and I don't want to sound, I don't know, strange. But let's face it, this isn't normal. This isn't normal. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be like this. Like I said in my video before, I just want to live a normal life in a small place with a clean house. I want to be able to bathe every day, for God's sake. It's not happening. It's not happening. I haven't done laundry in ages. My car, I'm a little over one payment behind on my car. But let me tell you something. When you're one payment behind on your car and they call and they're doing collect, don't answer the damn phone. Because as soon as you answer the phone and you tell them you're having trouble, they'll do all sorts of weird shit. Like I got a letter saying already that they're planning, that if I don't come up with money soon, they're going to take the car. Now, I've been 2 months behind before, but I've always caught it up. You struggle, you make it, you go. But I'm one payment behind and they're already talking about taking the car. So I'm guessing in a few days when I get up to 2 payments behind, if I don't come up with something soon, they'll just come and take the car. And then I'm completely screwed. And I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. I don't know what to... I've got to count this money. I've got to feed my cats. I'm going to stop. I did, like I said, I did get a donation. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. But I need more. I'm sorry. It wasn't a big donation. It was $50. I love it. It was great. I don't need big donations. Like I said, there was a guy held up a sign at a sporting event on TV. Dude got like $100,000 and all he was asking for was beer money. I'm not asking for beer money. I'm asking to survive. Don't give me enough money to survive. I don't expect it from one person. Give me a few bucks and then tell all your friends to please give me a few bucks. I don't care if it's $3. I don't care if it's $5. I don't. But if a whole bunch of people just pitch in $3 or $5, then I might be able to survive. I don't want to die like this. I don't want this to be the end of my life. I'm deeply ashamed that this was the end of my mother's life. She lived here in all this disaster. I mean, look at this. There's mold on the walls, okay? She lived in this for, God, 10, 15 years? It was beautiful when they moved in, and her husband destroyed it. He just kept bringing in more and more and more. He refused to throw away anything. If she tried to throw away things, he would go through the trash and pick out things he didn't want to keep. When you go to the store and you buy a shirt and it's got that nice bag over it? He saved the bags. He saved every piece of paper mail he ever got, including just the weird stuff. The dude was weird, okay? And I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that my mom had to live like that. I'm ashamed that the last time she went to a doctor before she went to the hospital that tried to save her, that doctor basically ignored the things that were really important, worked on the one thing he could see, then discharged her, and then she died. She died a week later. No, 2 weeks. She died 2 weeks later. She had an ulcer that perforated her bowel. And when I went to the hospital, I told them she's having tarry stools. She can hardly eat. She's vomiting all the time. But because she was an alcoholic, they wouldn't listen. Yes, my mom was an alcoholic. She was an alcoholic who did not want to be an alcoholic. She understood that her body was physically addicted to alcohol. She had drunk so much that stopping, just plain old stopping, would kill her. Okay? So we tried to wean her off of it, but then she'd get depressed and she'd go on a binge. She didn't want to drink anymore. I tried to tell this to the doctors, okay? But they ignored her because she was 75 and she was an alcoholic. So that's what the world is. If you get old, they don't give a shit. They do not care. You have a problem, you have a crisis in your life, you have pain, they don't care. Oh, look, we fixed the thing on her legs, and so that's the thing we could see, and now we're just going to send her home. Because she was unhappy. She didn't like what was going on with her life. She said she didn't want to be at the hospital. And so her doctors discharged her. And I went back and I said, no, Mom, you have to be here because you're very sick and we don't want you to get worse, you know. So I talked to her. She was going to stay. She was going to get checked out. And then the doctor kicked her out anyway. And his excuse for this was he treated the whole patient. I shit you not. He treated the whole patient and not just the symptoms. The symptoms that eventually led to her dying, he didn't care about. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop now. I want to count these all in front of you. I do. I'm going to stop. I'll put another one up of me taking them somewhere and turning them in to buy stuff. Okay. I don't want anybody to think I'm lying. I'm not trying to hustle anybody. I'm not trying to scam anybody. I just don't want to die here. That's the God's honest truth. I don't want to die in this. I don't want to starve. I don't want to die homeless. I don't want to be on the street. I'm begging. Please, just tell me what it takes. Tell me what it takes. Do you want me to go out and look for a job? I don't want to live in Indiana. The medical care is terrible. I have to drive 2 hours to get to a clinic to take care of my illness. I don't have the money to drive that 2 hours now. I don't have insurance. I don't have Medicare. That was a disaster. I don't have Medicare because, you know, I was on disability for a while. Fine. Here's more. I was on disability for a while, for like 8 years, until this new medicine came out, this Trikafta. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna go get the package. I'll show you what it looks like. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry, kids. I'm doing stuff to try to get us fed. I'll be right back, baby. Oh, wait a minute. Talking to my cat. I sure hope you can hear me. Sure do. Okay, let me see. Any cover up in this? I don't know, some numbers. Doesn't have my social security number on it or anything. There I am, here. There, Trikafta. See? There's the Trikafta. The Trikafta. This is what I take. This meant that I got to live a little longer, okay? So, I was on social security disability. And then Trikafta came out. While I was on Social Security disability, I lived in North Carolina with my roommate, Michelle. She's like a sister to me. She is. She's a sweetheart. She was going through some stuff. I was going through some stuff. And then I'm in the house all the time, you know. But then Trikafta came out. And I wanted to get a job. I didn't have a car anymore because when I got so sick that I couldn't work anymore, I lost my car. I had like 8 payments left. I was working on it really hard. I was trying. They came and took my car. So for the time that I lived there, I didn't have a car. I stayed in that house. I was in the house attached to this for 8 years. Yeah. Then I got Trikafta and I got off of this and it was good and I could work. So to try to make a really long story even shorter, I stayed in touch with my mom. I knew what she was going through or I didn't know what she was going through out here. The first time I had seen this house, it was clean and beautiful and her husband hadn't messed everything up yet. So he told me he had a van he was working on that I was going to buy from him. $800. So I said, fine, I really need it. I really need to find a job. I'm desperate. I don't want to be on disability anymore. I'll come out and help work on it. Only when I came out, The house was so full of... First of all, he didn't want her to pick me up at the airport. How did I have money for the airport? Oh, there's a good question. A charity in North Carolina where I lived bought me a ticket, a one-way ticket, so I could come here and help my mom, because I only needed a one-way ticket. Or not. See, I'm piling everything. So I could come here and get this van and work on the van. They gave me a one-way ticket. I get to the airport. The husband, Jack, tells my mom not to come and get me at the airport. So I sit at the airport overnight. I slept on the floor in that airport overnight until finally, he allowed my mom to come and get me. I came out. The house was so full of garbage, so torn up. They had an extra bedroom. It was full of garbage and blocked off by garbage. I couldn't get in there. So I slept in that camper I told you about in one of the videos. I think I put that video up. I slept in that camper. I lived in that camper for a year. 2 winters. Year and a half, maybe. It was fun. Told you all about that. I don't want to ramble. Then he died. Left her with this. I started cleaning stuff out. I couldn't spend another winter freezing in the camper with a little tiny space heater. I came in here. At the time, bless you, the mat, bless me, excuse me, gesundheit, whatever. I don't know why I bless you myself. Anyway, so I cleaned things out. I couldn't sleep in the camper. At the time, the mattress on this was a king-size mattress. Jack decided he wanted another mattress. He ordered the mattress that's on here now. He ordered it like, what was it, $3,000 or $4,000? It was some incredibly expensive amount. He ordered it. It sat in this house till after he died. The neighbor came over and helped take out the mattress, the old mattress that was just soaked with water and full of mold from when that used to leak. And that's how I have a queen mattress now. Anyway, so everything was locked up or blocked up and messed up out there. So I ended up sleeping on this bed with my mom. She had this side, I had that side. And that was for like a year. That other room is still full of crap. It's the only one that doesn't leak as bad as this, but it's the only clean, safe room in the whole place. So I try to keep things that I don't want to lose in there. God, see, I've rambled on. There's just so much. Oh, yeah, I was on about the disability. So I got off. I came out here. I was still on disability. My roommate, my friend, while I was out here, I wasn't paying rent. I didn't work right away. So I sent her money every month out of my disability. I sent her $500 a month, the same amount I was paying her for rent. I sent her money, and then I got a job, one of those 90-day probationary things at a local casino. It was a decent place to work. I had a good time. I was in surveillance. It was fun. But it's a 90-day thing. And so at pretty close to the end of the 90 days, I told Social Security I have a job. I wanted to be honest. Social Security said, thank you for being honest. Thank you for telling us. Your Social Security is ended. Now you owe us $6,000. Yeah. To date, I have paid them roughly $200 of the $6,000 I owe. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't have it. So I owe Social Security $5,800. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep this all in the same direction, but there's so much in my head. So they cut off my Social Security disability, and I worked. My Social Security was gone. I worked. While I was working, while I was on Social Security and after, the year I came here was 2021. one, I believe, for the entire year, I sent my old roommate, my sister from another mister, I sent her $500 a month every month. So I may not have had to pay rent here, and that was great. But I sent her money every month, and I paid my car payment every month, and yeah, so I did that. And I'm rambling again, I know. I just don't know where to put all this. I'll tell you what. I'm going to stop for now. I just wanted to have something to put up. I know I haven't put up a bunch. I haven't put anything up since Friday, but I didn't want to overwhelm anybody because I put up a bunch on Friday. And I really have to count this out because I really have to feed my cats. So I'm going to stop this now, and I'm sorry. I want to give you more, but like I said, I'm just waking up, and I'm trying to get this done. So I don't know. I'll go for now. I hope you heard it all. Hope I didn't mute it by having it sitting on the mattress like this, but okay, so I'll go.